Ever wonder why some men claim chivalry to be dead? Could it be a mere perspective or a deep-rooted narcissistic trait? Today, we're exploring the intricate labyrinth of narcissistic perspectives, particularly how they relate to the concept of chivalry. We'll delve into how ego, fear, power dynamics, and grand expectations can influence a man's stance on chivalry, and how these factors might be manifestations of narcissism. So, are you ready to delve deeper into the world of narcissistic perspectives on chivalry? Firstly, let's explore the two main reasons: egocentric worldview and transactional chivalry. Egocentric worldview refers to a self-centered perspective, where the individual's needs and desires always take precedence. For narcissistic men, this often means prioritizing their interests above all else, even when it comes to acts of kindness. Transactional chivalry, on the other hand, is when these acts of kindness are not genuine expressions of respect or courtesy, but rather, they are strategic moves designed to serve their personal gain. Think of it as a trade-off, where the knightly gestures are performed with the expectation of receiving something in return, be it praise, admiration, or control. Essentially, this is a manipulation of the chivalry code, a twisting of its true essence to fit an egocentric agenda. Simply put, when kindness becomes a currency for personal gain, it's no longer chivalry. The fear of vulnerability and power struggles also have a significant role. Now let's delve into this. For a narcissistic individual, revealing their authentic self can be a daunting prospect. It's this fear of vulnerability that can lead some men to pronounce chivalry dead. They may perceive acts of chivalry as a sign of weakness, a doorway to their inner world that they'd rather keep locked. Coupled with this fear is the constant power struggle in relationships. Narcissistic men often see relationships as a game of dominance, not a partnership of equals. They may believe that chivalry, in its genuine form, gives their partner an upper hand, a notion that contradicts their desire for control. This struggle for power and fear of vulnerability distort their view of chivalry, turning it from a noble act of kindness into a threat to their perceived strength. Remember, true chivalry involves vulnerability, which can be a challenging concept for a narcissistic individual. Grandiose expectations and the mask of superficiality often hide behind the claim of dead chivalry. Picture a man, smitten by the allure of grandiosity, expecting constant praise and recognition. In his world, chivalry isn't an act of kindness, but a means to an end. It becomes a tool to satisfy his self-centered desires, not to honor or respect others. This man wears a mask of superficiality, shunning genuine connections. He may appear charming, but beneath the surface lies a deep aversion to authenticity. He prefers to keep relationships at surface level, where he can control the narrative and protect his inflated self-image. Such a man may pronounce chivalry dead, not because it is outdated, but because it demands genuine respect and consideration, qualities he struggles to embody. Here, chivalry is not a casualty of changing times, but a victim of his unrealistic expectations. When chivalry is expected to serve grandiosity, its essence gets lost. Finally, it's crucial to empower women to recognize these red flags. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic individuals, awareness is the first line of defense. But how can you spot the signs? Well, one glaring indicator is an egocentric worldview. This is when a man consistently prioritizes his self-interest, often at the expense of others. You may also notice a pattern of transactional chivalry, where acts of kindness are performed not out of genuine care, but to serve personal gain. Another red flag is a fear of vulnerability. If a man is reluctant to show authenticity, often hiding behind a mask of superficiality, it might signal a narcissistic tendency. This fear can also manifest in power struggles within your relationship, as narcissistic men often struggle with the concept of equality. Grandiose expectations are another common trait. Narcissistic men may have unrealistic desires for praise and recognition, which can lead to disappointment and frustration when these expectations aren't met. Finally, emotional unavailability is a significant sign. If a man is unable to connect on a deeper level, it could be an indication of underlying narcissism. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards navigating healthy relationships. But remember, it's not your responsibility to change someone. You can only control your reactions and set boundaries that protect your emotional well-being. Remember, your emotional well-being is paramount. Don't let someone's narcissistic perspectives define your understanding of chivalry.